Morning. I'm going to try this again. I picked the wrong microphone, so I apologize. So I'm Travis Egan, my mortgage guy. Thank you for watching Daily Musings and Lessons Learned. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, 2019. Do me a favor. If you're watching this live, please hashtag live. Or if you're watching it on the replay, please hashtag replay. I apologize. I completely screwed up the first time I recorded this. I had it on my headset as opposed to on my microphone. So obviously had a completely different, so the sound, you couldn't hear it at all. So I'm going to try this again. So the question I have for you is, should you eat that frog first? So the last couple of days I've been kind of batting around something. So I have two people I have a great admiration and respect for. And it all centers around the book written by Brian Tracy called Eat That Frog First. I don't know if you've read that book. I love the book. The premise of the book is this. We all have things in our job and our life that we have to do that we hate, that we don't like to do. They're not our favorite thing to do. And Brian Tracy's premise is do it first thing in the morning. Get in, knock it out, get it out of the way, cross it off your list, and then that's gone. That burden is removed from you. Brian Tracy, the editor of Success Magazine, thank you, Samantha, for your comment. I appreciate that. He believes the same thing. He believes the exact same thing Darren Hardy, or that Brian Tracy does, is that you get in the morning, you close your door, you don't turn on your email, you eat that frog first, you get that knocked out. And I think that is great advice. I also received advice from Carl White, who is someone who has forgotten more about marketing than I'll probably ever know. Someone who inspires me on the regular, someone who I have a great admiration and respect from a daily basis on how he handles his business and his life. His premise is don't do the frog eating at all. Don't eat it first, don't eat it last, don't eat it ever. Hire someone who loves to eat frogs, because your frog is not somebody else's frog, right? So what you hate is not necessarily the thing somebody else hates. Now, who do you choose, right? So I've got Carl White, I think is brilliant advice. Darren Hardy, Brian Tracy, great advice, right? Two great pieces of advice. Which one's right? I think the one that's right is the one that talks to your heart, right? The one that feels right to you. When you sit down, when you pro-con it, when you right side, left side of your list, or however you do your analysis, one of the two pieces of advice will ring most true to you. That's the advice. They're both great pieces of advice. Neither of them are wrong. So you just have to trust innately what you believe is right, because that's what's right for you. And I know that what you choose is right for you isn't necessarily true for me. So I may choose to do something and you think, oh, that's crazy. And it works. Well, you do the exact opposite and it works for you. So that's my encouragement to you today. When you receive advice, and it's two pieces of conflicting advice, maybe it's a relationship issue, maybe it's a work-related issue, and you have two people give you exact opposite advice, which is right. They're both right. You just have to find the one that rings truest to your own personal heart. So that's my encouragement. Consider that. Secondly, and I don't normally do this, but I think it's something I probably should. If you own your home and your interest rate is above 4%, you may want to look and see what your options are right now as far as managing your debt. I've been having more and more conversations with people. I don't normally do this, but I had a dear friend of mine encourage me yesterday to mention to you that this may be the case. So if your interest rate is above 4%, message me and let's have a dialogue. No obligation, no cost. I'm not going to high pressure you. That's just not who I am. It's not how I do my business. But at least that's something we can consider discussing if that seems right to you. So thank you for watching Daily Musings and Lessons Learned. I'm Travis Egan, my mortgage guy. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.